I got back earlier than planned on Christmas Day. The house glowed like a postcard. Warm lights, music, laughter, but none of it belonged to me. Through the frosted pane, I saw everyone gathered around the table, carving turkey, passing plates, laughing at memes on their phones. And then I saw her grandmother, collapsed in the backyard. 28 degrees Fahrenheit, soaked through, no coat, her thin silver hair stuck to her skull like frozen spiderwebs. Lips blue, eyes half open, staring at nothing. For one split second, my brain refused to process it. I honestly thought she was a prop, some ridiculous animatronic for decoration. Then her fingers twitched. The gift bags fell from my hands. I didn't decide to run. My body just sprinted. Snow up to my shins. I got to her and knelt. Her whole frame trembled. Bones like sharp angles under skin. Bruises on her back. Old ones layered with new. A hollow sensation opened in my chest. Inside the warm kitchen, I could see my sister laughing so hard she nearly dropped her wine. My mother's husband kissed her cheek. My brother filmed the dog, wearing antlers. No one noticed her dying in the yard. I scooped Grandma up, her breath rasping like torn paper, her skin icy against my coat. I kicked the front door open. Everything stopped. All eyes turned. Every laugh froze midair. And I said 5 words. 5 that would shatter the room. Who hurt her like this? Dead silence. My mother's smile calcified. My sister's face drained. Even the dog slunk away, ears down. I set Grandma onto the couch near the fire. Steam lifted from her clothes as they warmed. Those bruises underneath, they spoke in colors. She fell. My mother finally muttered, "Accidents happen," my brother mumbled, staring at the window. "She forgets things," my sister said, voice cracking. Their words sounded rehearsed. Grandma tried to speak. Only a raspy syllable emerged. Later, I wrapped her in a blanket outside. My hands shook, not from the cold, but from holding myself together. I remembered all the tiny cruelties I dismissed over the years. How they laughed when she spilled soup. How they sighed when she asked for warmth. I used to call every week. They'd always said, "She's fine." Now she looked like a ghost someone forgot to bury. Something inside me settled. Not rage, more like precision, and I smiled politely. "I'll stay a few days." The days that followed were too quiet, the hush of guilt. They moved around the house like actors between takes, waiting for a cue. I noticed things. The heat vent in Grandma's bedroom had duct tape sealing it shut. Her pill bottles half empty, labels torn, dark finger-shaped bruises on her arms. Questions got brushed off with scripted excuses. I started documenting. Photos, times, conversations. Then I checked her finances. Huge withdrawals. From an account she didn't even know existed. All authorized by my mother. At night I sat beside Grandma's bed, listening to breaths that sounded like endings. Sometimes she whispered, "They say I'm a burden." I didn't reply. I already knew. 2 nights before New Year's, she passed. The doctor labeled it natural. I labeled it neglect. The following morning, I found another will, hidden behind a loose floorboard. Not the one my mother waved around months ago. This one left everything. House, savings, land to charity. Dated last month. Signed. I called the attorney. Quiet. Calm. He confirmed everything. She insisted on secrecy, he said. She didn't want anyone influencing her. Influence. Their word for abuse. When I walked into the living room, they were already divvying up her possessions. They froze when they saw the document. "This is the actual will," I said. She changed everything. Silence, then the storm. My mother lunged for the page. My brother yelled accusations. My sister cried, not for the dead, but for what she wouldn't inherit. I didn't yell. I didn't flinch. I simply handed the file to the lawyer standing by the doorway. Funeral. 2 days later. Cold rain. Gray sky. Empty platitudes. My mother gripped her umbrella like a weapon, staring daggers from across the grave. She knew what I had done. I had already sent everything, bank statements, photos, documentation, to the authorities, Investigations were inevitable now. At the cemetery, she hissed at me, "You ruined this family." "No," I whispered. "You ruined it." I just turned the light on. Her face collapsed inward, like her bones gave out. I walked away before sympathy could poison my clarity. That night I sat on the porch, snow drifting softly, the house behind me silent, stripped of warmth, stripped of lies. I thought of Grandma's last moment, how she squeezed my hand before letting go. Maybe she held on until I returned. Maybe she waited for someone who still saw her as human. I didn't cry. There was nothing left to grieve. In the morning, the house would belong to no one. That felt right. I whispered the same words I said the night I kicked that door open. "I'm here now, Grandma. Rest." And I let the cold finish the rest of me.